All right, folks, we pumped the brakes on this one so that we could get the Ship 40 static fire into it. So coming up at the end of this, expect to see some static fire from Ship 40 over at Massey's. But we're going to start off this Starbase summary on June 18th over near the launch site. Looks like we need to roll out and clean that camera lens off. It's been hot out there. This is one that's right by the road. So, it's a little tough to keep them clean. But got a couple deluge tests going on the lower deck. I guess it's not really the lower deck, on the lower parts of the Pad 1 flame trench. It's just over and over and over again. We were talking about this last time and trying to get this thing ready. At first it was like, maybe they're just, blowing out the pipes after the launch. And now it looks like they're looking at pressures or flow rates or something like that. Here we've got some tanks arriving from the port. This view is going to be looking over at the production site. Now we're over at the launch site. And, okay, so we're going all the way around Pad 2 to get them over to the tank farm. Oh, what X Gateway to Mars. It's the Gateway, the wall here. They've got a bunch of scaffolding along it. I wonder if they're going to come up with a new, better way to install letters on it. I guess we'll wait and see. Here's just a wide shot sort of looking in the gate. That's Pad 1 in the background there, and then Pad 2 over on the right-hand side, and then it looks like some concrete work there. You got the tank farm. Those tanks that you just saw rolling are going to be way over to the right here. I don't know if we'll pan far enough to see them, but this just looks like some, hey, a scooter. Gotta like the personal protective equipment there on the scooter. Ah, gosh, we cut away before the scooter went by. I had more scooter commentary. Good grief. All right, the orbital tank farm. Well, that's a truck driving by. TK-001, the one of the early stormtroopers, I guess. At least it's white in that truck. We've got the late night rave going. This is going to be a Caesar shot. Yep, it's Caesar. You can tell by the colors at night. Fantastic lens that Caesar uses here. All green and some flashing lights over at the filling stations. But let's head over on June 22nd to, this is just a wide view of Orbital Pad 1. You can see they've got the big crane there, that gantry sort of mount work. Yes, thank you, the service structure. Still being assembled over on the side. Remember, once all this sort of gets together, they're probably going to use that crane to scoot it over. Pick it up and move it over so it's closer to the tower. Here's a crane getting hooked up to the Pad 1 ship quick disconnect. We took a little load. We changed the white balance, apparently. And then we disconnected and left. Huh. I wonder if they just needed to unload something. You ever been working on a suspension component in a car or something like that, and you're like, God, this bolt is just bound up in here. I can't get it out. And if you just lift up on the component a little bit and you use a jack, you just gronk on it a little bit, it freezes it up. You pull it right out. I wonder if there was some massive bolt or pin or something like that, and they literally just needed to unload it a little bit so they could change something out. I don't know. I'm making that up. That's just what it looked like to me. Maybe they were just testing out the way they were going to attach that. Now, here is an interesting flange on a Nosecone. Here in the Starbase... Oh, there's somebody in it. Here on Starbase Summaries, we bring you only the most interesting flanges welded to Nosecones. Looking on the inside there. Now, I've seen a lot of speculation on Starbase Live and in the comments of the videos what the heck this thing is. It sure does not look like crew's going to be crawling through it. It's a little... there we go. Give me some light. Is that an arm? Man, that's like one of those stuck in a narrow cave passageway story if you try to come out of that thing. It does not look like it's for a full-size docking port. It is maybe for wiring or something like that. I guess we'll see what else they attach to it. Maybe later in the video. So we are using a little marky jig thing to mark up some tiles. We've been having fun with the tile designs in the shop, by the way. We just did a beach towel. It's like a TPS designed beach towel. Except I told the shop team that nobody's going to know what it's called if it's TPS. Like, what the heck is TPS? So I think it should be named Starship Heat Shield Beach Towel or something like that over in the shop. We're working on some stuff, too, if you're a grill fanatic. Maybe some thermal protection system for your summer grilling. I don't know if we've released that product yet, but go check the shop and tell me if we did. I don't know. Got some beams. This is some miscellaneous work over here. I'm not going to like bag on Europe, right, for the whole heat wave, because it's a serious thing, and people are literally dying to the heat. But down here where we've got air conditioning, we build these massive buildings, and SpaceX has painted it black. They're going to air condition the silly thing. So air conditioning's a solved science, I guess you could say. They'd also be better off if they painted the building white. Thank you. But in any event, we've got a little basket there. Is that a worker or a... Yeah, that's just a worker who... Basket's bigger than you think it is. Writing down. I thought that was like a backpack leaning in the corner of the basket, but it was actually a full-sized grown man. Or woman, whatever. Riding in the basket there. We've got our favorite Cybertruck parking lot there. See a lot of employees driving those things around. Ship 40. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Sneak up in the middle there. Colleen caught a shot of Ship 40 in the Mega Bay. So that means, wait, that's Ship 40. We're going to have to see Ship 40 roll out of the Mega Bay to Massey's. Oh, nice. Thank you, Colleen. And then we should see the static fire, and then we should see it roll back again. Yeah, I guess this is a couple days ago because it's the 23rd of June. But once again, got that fresh waxed heat shield look. Almost as nice as the beach towels at shop.nasa spaceflight. All right, I'll stop. Whatever. We've got an American flag there in the foreground and Ship 40 coming on out to do its roll. Okay, it's already snuck out between the two mega bays. It's driving up Star Remedios Road. Oh, we're not supposed to use that anymore. We're not supposed to put Star in front of things. This is not the Star Road. It's just a regular road. But it's rolling in front of the Star mural. I mean, the mural there. And it is going to take a right turn onto Highway 4 and make its way out to Massey's. Going to get some close-up shots here of it. A little tough at night, especially with those lights there. But let's see. Got a couple of the ports. Some valves as a quick disconnect sort of setup there. Some little tubes that are interesting. Those little trapezoidal tubes, the vertical tubes, almost look like stringers, but not really. They almost look like more of a raceway or something. That'll be interesting to see what those things are. Colleen set up on the side of the road here, and as it rolls up Highway 4, it's just a bunch of blinking light Cybertrucks. And then we got the, that looks like a Ford. That work body truck there pulling the light kit. Ah, yeah. Whoa! Oh, that was cool. Wait, does it rewind that? Did they, like, jack up one side of the SPMT? It didn't look like a bump in the road. It looked like they leveled it all of a sudden or something. One of the times I wish I was allowed to scroll back, and y'all are allowed to scroll back and look at that again. Anyways, got a couple shots of this just going by. That is a lot of movement in the shot there. Yeah, that's cool though in the end. We got to it in the end. But now it's going to be rolling away on its way over to Massey's. Now, of course, it's on the crab-looking stand there, the static fire stand. They don't have to pick it up and put it on a new stand or anything like that. They roll that thing all the way out to Massey's. They plop it down on the static fire test stand. They get the SPMTs out of the way, and they just they static fire it on that stand. That's why it's called a static fire stand. SFS. SF. Yeah, that's right. Say that 10 times fast. Anyways, it's just more efficient than having to have a crane over there and then pick it up off one stand and put it on the other. Well, why would they build a chopstick there? But then it's a whole tower. And just why? Why would you do it? Just put it on the stand and just roll it out there and park it and static fire it and then pick it up and drive it back over on the stand again. That's actually a really cool idea, the way that they're doing that. Especially once they try to get to a higher cadence here. Oh, nice. Caesar must have run all the way up the road. Because this looks like have they turned into Massey's? Yeah, because there's those bollards there. You could tell it's a Caesar lens, because look, there's like stars in the background. We need to send Caesar to space. Because Caesar could take photos of the Earth and photos of the stars at the same time. All right, Ship 40 testing. Unclear if it was a static fire or an abort. Wait, I don't think it was a static fire. I think that was like a little flash down there at the bottom of the first test. But you come back the next day. Here we go. And you actually get into the single-engine static fire. Very plumey. Just right out over the Rio Grande. There you go. That's what you like to see. It was north of 10 seconds. It wasn't a little 2-second static fire. It wasn't a 30, 40, 50-second static fire. It was between, I saw a couple different numbers on it, but it was north of 10 seconds is what I will say here. Had some ice coming off of it. Nice, Colleen. Got some ice breaking off the side of the tank there. And this is a good sort of zoomed-in shot. Those trees, gosh, we need to be like 5 feet higher so we can see underneath it. But it is all good. More ice falling off. Remember, you can always go down to the settings wheel. You can switch languages back over to get the ambient track, the ambient track, if you want to hear the sound of the static fire. Pretty sure we had some mics out for that. Follow me to your next great... Oh, it's like a kitchen supply truck. All right. Well, SpaceX tweets out, X's out, posts out that it completed a full duration static fire for a single engine. They didn't say it was successful. They did say it was a single engine. And then they rolled it back the next day. So it was curious that they didn't actually static fire the whole set of engines, right? What's up with just the single engine? What's up with it just being just over 10 seconds? So 15 seconds, I probably should have looked that up before I did the commentary, but welcome to Starbase Summaries. So are they done with it? Are they happy with it? Is that all they needed to do? Is this some new testing paradigm where they static fired them enough? They don't need to static fire them more. Maybe one engine is enough to show that the plumbing is working after they've all been static fired at McGregor. I don't know. I guess we will see, get some more data points in the old graph and see if this is something new. Is it going to end up going back out again? Is there some reason they didn't do the other engines? I guess we will find out. A lot of cool gratuitous zooms here, sort of pans and tilts and looking around the different spots of the ship. If you'd like to examine those in detail, you can always roll back. But big thanks to Colleen and Caesar for heading out to get those. So what is that? That thing's not even supposed to reflect anything, and it's peeling. That mural is the most difficult thing to keep in good shape out there in South Texas with the wind and the sun and the wind, and there's more wind in any event. Folks, hey, thank you so much for hanging out with the Starbase Summary. My name's John there up at the top. You might have some commentary from Martin in Dutch. Big thanks to the team. Good times. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, as always.